All right, guys. So we are beginning to approach upon nastiest, fattest, most gigantic celebration ever. We're getting there. For real, for real. It's starting to get pretty crazy. Now, I mean, it is common for all of Dokkan history. Every single celebration that's ever come out, people say there's something to do. They say there's no stones. They say the game is dead. Like, at literally every celebration. Like, there's no exceptions whatsoever. 10th anniversary, 9th anniversary, Cooler worldwide, Broly worldwide, Future worldwide. We've seen it every time. I do think, especially for these biggest celebrations, though, a lot of where people will begin to say, like, there's no stone, stuff like that, that's just them expressing their frustration, I think, at getting shafted for the biggest, hypest characters. But, I mean, this is crazy. Dude, this is, like, okay, this celebration, so Tien is before the celebration started. Now we have LR Vegeta and Trunks and LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. They did come in. Again, I mean, I don't want to do like a nasty victory lap, but, you know, I've been talking about a lot of stuff and people go, nope, you're an idiot. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. And now here they are, just saying. We're about to get a full page of this from one celebration. Like, even the 10th anniversary, let's see, how much? So 10th anniversary starts with Super Saiyan 3 Goku right here. Yeah, this has more units than the 10th anniversary, dude. Right? Does it? It does. We already have more units than the 10th anniversary. That's just crazy. I mean, some of it has to do with the fact that the second, like, wave of clones, for sure. But, like, dude, a lot of these characters, these are all hits, too. Like, the 10th anniversary, people have been crying about the 10th anniversary character's power level, but, I mean, we're now 6 months in. Like, you begin to see this. What part 2 anniversary character was really effective this deep in? I mean, I never really liked Broly Chan and Lemma that much. I'm sure some people would say them. I feel like the Carnival AGL Goku was still pretty effective going into, the, like, Dismal Future Red Zone, right? 9th anniversary, of course, Beast, right? You could still do some clownery with the Gammas even today, right? But we get to a point where, like, almost all these characters are good, right? Like who is the worst? I mean, the worst would probably be the clones, or maybe the Zamasu Goku. Maybe you could say the banner units, Champa or Pan. I mean, they have good kits, but it's, you know, they could die a lot. I don't know. I mean, maybe these guys, because, you know, they're nuking leaders, but like, these are mostly just like hits too. This is a crazy celebration. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna keep saying this is, I mean, maybe the best celebration in Dokkan history, and people get mad at me, but, like, bro, the results are in, and it's looking like it is. I'm just saying. So we got a bunch of new content. Sorry, this is me pushing back, but I mean, remember I dropped a video a couple of days ago, correctly educating you guys that all this was going to happen this week. Right here, gigantic content drop coming, and it was true, 100% true. So if you ever want to laugh, just go look at the comments on that video. So we got all this, but then there's also Vegeta and Trunks LR EZA. We also have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta EZA, and there's some, yeah, unexpected content in here. So, okay. So let's look at the upcoming stages. We got See Through It All, Gogeta's Clones. See through Gogeta's clones and complete the support memory. I don't think that this is going to be free-to-play units. I don't think so. I think that this is just going to end up being just a challenge event just to get the support memory is what I'm guessing looking at this. But, I mean, maybe this is going to give us the free-to-play clones. The Shadow Dragon, funny enough, I would almost say of the... I mean, the Blues must have the best team, especially now with Vegeta and Trunks and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta both being added to their team, Blue Goku and Vegeta. Like, those are both buffs to that team. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is a huge, much-needed buff to GT Hero. You know which one of the four really needs help? Because Omega really, really got a nice batch. Mainly these two, right? And then I like the Super Easy Omega as well, but I mean, he could die pretty easily. It really is Goku Black. super bosses needs the most help. I know they got the free-to-play characters and stuff, but it's mostly free-to-play characters and stuff. Like this, super bosses needs the most help of the 4 teams. So I think if we're going to see new units coming in after this, I would actually really hope that we would get some type of super bosses buff to help out Goku Black and Zamasu. Goku Black and Zamasu are on Omega's team, yeah, but of the 4, that's the one in most dire need of help. So, all right, we'll see what this looks like. This is certainly going to be a fun event, I think. Okay. So we also have the Dokkan Ultimate Players Choice Battle. So this is indeed dropping this week. This is interesting. I am also questioning. We'll see what's going to happen with like Part 3 EX part. Because I don't know. It seems as though we're moving just like straight up into the next celebration next week. Well, okay. Let's one at a time. Let me pull up. Where's the survey? Yeah, Breakers season 9. That's what I was looking for. I'll try and play some with Iron. Where is it? Bro, where is it? Oh, here it is right here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this is gonna drop, right? It's gonna be a long battle. So I mean that's good. A long battle goes in contrast to the special battles. So I think that's good. Like kind of get like some different type of content in there is good. There's also going to be no items allowed. And I guess with no items allowed, that also includes the bosses seemingly being unable to lock and seal us. And presumably stun us as well. Right? Because enemies cannot impose restrictions on your character actions. To me, I read that as sealing, locking, stunning. I feel like they could still AoE, but, you know, no. Because remember, think about the Omega fight. Right? Like, Omega will lock a character, and then he always stuns the character in slot 1 unless you dodge it. Right? Like, what I'm thinking is that there's none of that shit in this. Okay. But no items, though. Okay. Then for this one, it's beat. There's missions for beat it with super or extreme class for all 5 types. People did not... Look at this. This is a landslide, dude. They did not want that. Because the mono missions would be tough. That would be hard. Right? Like, if you only one typing... Because they haven't, like, Dokkan, they've been building the game more around shit like this than they have this. So it would be a real, like you know, hard push into all of a sudden needing one type. So that's going to be dropping. Should be a fun event. We'll see. And then we also have this. So this is going to be pretty awesome, I think. This could be one of the more fights of the one of the more fun fights of the celebration as well. So number 1, we're going to get this support memory boosted. I try and recommend for players to not follow my personal restrictions I put on myself where I'm not using items and stuff like that. And, you know, you guys feel free to just use items, use support memories. This will be huge for Omega, right? Shadow Dragon Saga category. So, like, if you're running all these Shenron characters, right? If you're running Sin Shenron, Legion of Shadow Dragon, LR Omega, STR Super EZA Omega, Nova, you know, you're going to get buffed heavily by this support memory. So, this one getting buffed, I think, is pretty helpful for Omega. So, there's that. Then, we've also got the boss rush stage coming. Where is it? I can't see it. I'll pause if I can't find it. There it is. Okay. This is going to be tricky because I assume literally what this is we're going to just fight. I could see it being 7 or 8. They might skip. I could see them skipping Sin. And it just goes from Ice Shenron into Omega Shenron. But this could be tricky. Because some of these Shadow Dragons have like real annoying abilities. And don't forget, this event was the one where they would really reduce damage unless you're hitting them. Type disadvantage, right? So, like, you know, again, Oceanus right here, you know, you need to be hitting her with type or tech type characters. You know, this guy had the seal. Like, there's just a lot of nasty gimmicks we will be going throughout this fight. Ice is always locking, and he disables dodge as well, so he's pretty nasty. And then remember, this, once upon a time, this was the hardest fight in the game. This Sin Shenron with his AoEs and his ridiculous super attack. And then once upon a time, this was also the hardest fight in the game against Carnival Omega. This was just one of the main reasons this fight was so hard, by the way, was his type coverage. Because, you know, the Carnival Omega was very difficult to survive with his AoEs and his damage and stuff like that. So you'd load up on physical characters only to get type countered the phase before. The original GT Red Zone Omega fight was like that as well, where you go STR into an int phase, which is nasty type coverage for the boss. There's that, and then there's also going to be an Omega Shenron burst mode. This is how Dokkan leaked that Omega Shenron was coming, by the way, because they showed us this, his burst mode, like, jukebox thing. So that's, you know, very silly right there. And then finally, the Baba Shop is getting updated. There's two major things here. Number one, we are getting equips, presumably probably for some of these like EZAs and stuff. These guys don't need equips because they have it from the 10th anniversary battle event. But like Omega Shenron, Sin Shenron, right? Like some of those types of characters, it could be good. Maybe Vegeta and Trunks in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You know, we could see a lot of that, which could be good. But then there's the other thing that's going to be added to the shop as well, which is this right here. The final tickets. I really hope you guys have waited to do the 50 ticket summon. If all you're looking for is the new character, the 50 ticket is exactly the way to do it. It will give you the highest chance to get the new LR, right? If you do it as multis, you know, you could get more overall cards and units, but just hearing the way people talk for years, I know better. I know you guys don't give two shits about that. Let's just look at the Gogeta banner. Do you really care that you're going to get, like, Carnival Omega or the Gammas? No. Like, people just want Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So, you want to use the 50 ticket one. I feel like most people by now have already just, like, blown their tickets. But, like, Dokkan did this very smartly. Like, they made it so likely for players to get the new unit if you use both 50 ticket ones. But, like, they knew by spreading it out like this, people wouldn't be able to wait, and they would just, like, fuck themselves. So that's the thing. Again, there's a tweet I've been hanging on to where I was going to tweet that out where, Amatsu's very smart, right? Like, why fuck the players when I could just let the players fuck themselves? That's what he was thinking with this shit. So, all right, so we got that as well. And then, yeah, that's what we got. No clue when exactly these boys are dropping. They might just be dropping tonight because, by the way, I believe that this stuff, some of this stuff is dropping tonight, I believe. Like the Popo event, I believe is like this stuff is tonight. So we'll see. So Vegeta and Trunks and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they might also just drop tonight. We'll see. So let me know what you guys think. A lot of content coming. Exciting times. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.